every time Jamie says something anatomically correct, we're gonna give him a little gold star.
Oh my god, we should have some candy on the table and we throw it into his mouth like a little treat every time he gets something right. Where's the vagina?
You know this. Come on, it's not a trick question. We're genuinely curious.
Yeah, boy.
That's correct. Labia.
Vulva. What's the vulva?
That's a
I
car.
don't really know.
Please tell me you're rolling.
Yeah, that's my editor
She's
clap.
got no clap.
Okay, hi guys, we're doing a thread talk today. Welcome, I'm Imogen.
I'm Jemmy.
And I'm Sofia.
Okay, today we are en France. Guys, what do you think period poverty is? Have you ever heard of it?
Indeedy, I have.
Yeah, I have now.
So?
The name is quite suggestive in itself of what the issue could be.
Yeah, the name was a giveaway for me as well. To be honest.
Yeah, but is it ever a thing that you actually thought was so dire as to merit the term poverty?
No.
No.
Honestly, before.
Honestly,
I didn't
no. I knew it was an issue. I didn't realise it was such a prevalent issue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As soon as you think about it, it makes
Yeah.
perfect sense, doesn't it? As soon as someone says period poverty, it makes perfect sense that people out there who can't afford food, of course they also can't
Yeah.
afford sanitary products.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So essentially that is what period poverty is. It's the notion that about 1 in 10 women out there have at some point in their life experienced not being able to afford sanitary products. About 1 in 5 children and teenagers have experienced not being able to go to school and get the education that they have a right to because they're on their period. And this is all UK stats, by the way.
Yeah,
Stats are
British
obviously in the
stats.
developing world even more dire. 1 in 10 young women have had to improvise sanitary products, so things like using cardboard or toilet paper, things like that.
So
Yeah, that's
depressing.
shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is shocking. Currently, there is a big movement to fight period poverty. So here are some of the amazing Gen Zers who are rallying the government to make period products more affordable. Currently, there's a big movement to end the period tax, which is in the UK a 5% tax on all sanitary products. Amica George is a campaigner against a period tax in the UK. There's also Nadia Akamoto, who works out of the US. And the way in which these young people are fighting to end period poverty is to try and campaign to get free sanitary products put in places like schools and prisons, where people traditionally have less access to them. Which is, what do you think about the period tax as a man?
I just feel like it shouldn't be a thing, to be fair. It doesn't seem fair at all. To be blunt, it's not like people ask to bleed out their vaginas once a month. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't. I don't remember ever making that request, I have to say, personally.
just don't
I
think
would
it's
like to
fair.
retract it if I'm able to. Please, if I've ever submitted that request form, I would like to retract it
No, just
formally.
show, that's the evidence that you've got.
They don't mince their words, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that about them. I think that's so good.
I
you know?
think they're
don't either.
amazing at doing
I don't either. No,
You don't
that's
either.
true. We don't. In our office, we do not mince our words. When we're on our period, we are bleeding from our vaginas.
They're both wearing red.
Okay, so
Exactly. If you didn't notice
if we're
for the
wearing
last
red, it's a
10
signal.
minutes.
There's also a really, really worrying stat, which is that 46% of low-income women living below the poverty line, recall having to choose in the past between a meal and being able to take care of their period and afford tampons.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane that there are women out there suffering because just nobody wants to talk about this because they just find it a bit gross.
I mean, there are a lot of illnesses that don't receive like a huge amount of support. A lot of women that feel quite alone in their illnesses, like illnesses specific to women.
Specific to ovaries or
Exactly.
endometriosis. You were right.
Endometriosis, is one of them. I just think that if it was spoken about more, if the taboo was kind of eradicated, if the stigma surrounding it just didn't exist, then we would have so much more support laid out. We'd have so many more like people feeling that they actually can afford. I mean, it shouldn't even be about affording. It should be about it's a basic right. It's
Yeah.
not a privilege.
Yeah.
Buying these products. It's not like I need it. It's a
I'm gonna go
luxury
and
item.
splash out on tampons.
Exactly. That's the thing that's
Treat yourself, girl.
Literally, it's the thing that's
Oh my goodness, you
Check out all
got
my
super
products.
absorbent.
Check it out, I got this, I got that, I got the
Someone's feeling frisky.
Someone's balling.
Hell yeah.
But that's it. It's
Yeah.
referred to as a luxury item, which is what
Yeah,
gets
in
me
the
because-
tax. I know, it's mad.
You
In the
think-
US, it's average of 10% tax because it's a luxury
So is
item.
toilet roll a luxury item then?
But you think about it, right?
Do you know
When
what
you-
isn't taxed? Do you know what isn't taxed in the US? Viagra.
Oh wow.
When I hear the word luxury, I think of like, I don't know,
A nice chocolate.
Fast
A nice
cars.
chocolate bar.
I know.
chocolate bars for
Lindor
Jamie and
chocolate
fast
bar.
cars for Sophia. What a
Yeah,
contrast.
and tampons for me. Yay! Thanks so much, government. In order to reduce some stigma,
Yeah.
we're going to have a conversation, maybe one of the less had conversations, about periods. Did you know that over half of women incarcerated for violent crimes committed their offence during their period while they were PMSing?
Actually,
Seriously.
Yeah, so, you know, it really...
That's insane.
Be patient with us,
Yeah,
gentlemen.
please.
And other
Please be
ladies.
nice to us.
Or they can end up in prison.
What is the average amount of blood loss during a woman's period in their lifetime?
It's gonna be a lot.
Oh, a bath is
Yeah,
30
that sound
litres.
right?
In a lifetime, then, I'm gonna say like 70 litres. I want to say
70
something
litres.
along those lines.
So the answer is between 150 and 225 litres.
What? Do you know the reason I said 70 litres?
Quick maths. Can someone figure out
Wow.
how many bathtubs that is?
it?
225 divided by, let's say, 25. 10 bathtubs.
10 bathtubs. Good lord.
Oh my.
That was actually quite easy
goodness.
math. Every time it's between 30 and 45 millilitres.
There's absolutely no way that's
No,
true. It
that isn't
literally,
true. Even I know that's not
it
true.
literally feels like you're losing like, I don't know, a bathtub full every single time.
Well, the reason is because we menstruate for approximately how many days during our lifetime? This next stat, how
Yeah.
often you're menstruating, is mind-blowing.
It's like a quarter of your life.
Well, you are a
not?
child for a bit of it, and then an
true.
old person for a bit as well.
It's
Just because
it's
you've reached
like-
menopause doesn't mean you're an old person for all our senior viewers.
I think it's
Keep
like,
going, ladies.
It's like
You old tigers.
Not looking for long term.
It's like 7 years, isn't it? Something like that.
So it's between 7 to 10 years, which is between 3,500 to 4,000 days.
I'm definitely on the 10 year mark.
Yeah, you reckon?
They're usually like 500 weeks long.
So Jamie, do you know how these work? Paz,
What is it?
go on.
Let me see. Let me unwrap this. It's like Christmas.
Merry Christmas, happy
It's
birthday
not like
to
Christmas.
you.
I can assure you of that when you have to use one of these bad boys.
Right, it's very sticky. That's
Imagine
necessary.
this is the pant.
the pant.
The pant?
I'm guessing you put it on the pant.
You thought you just put it on a vagina
Wait,
like a
I
nappy?
initially thought you put it on the vagina, but if she's saying that's the pants, that's a dead giveaway.
Wait,
isn't
how
it?
did
Yeah.
did you think you stuck it underside up?
Initially, I just thought it went over the vagina.
What, underside, sticky side up?
Oh my god,
No,
imagine taking
no,
that
of
off.
course not.
But how is it gonna
How
stick?
does it stay in there?
I just thought you'd have to wear like tight underwear. I have no idea. I didn't have any idea. but
Okay,
you've
well,
educated me,
look,
so
these
thank
are my underwear. What am I
That's
gonna...
the pant.
You're gonna go like this.
Yes, I am! Ew. So I think it's worth mentioning that these products obviously are easy for us to obtain, but point being, not for everyone. So
Yeah.
Sophia and I will be taking these home and
We
putting them
will.
to good use.
We're also gonna get Jamie to take a look at one of these.
What's this thing on the end? And
This
On
is
the
the
outside.
applicator.
Okay, so how
how do you do it?
I don't
Imagine-
know. It goes in and then you pull this bit out.
No.
No.
And then do what?
Oh my god! Something just happened. Wow, how does it go back in?
It doesn't.
I want to
Right.
try again.
Look. So you have to pull this out first,
Yep.
So
and
that
you
it
push it
clicks.
back in,
and then you push it,
and then
and then it comes out,
And then it's I'm the vagina.
and then you pull that.
And then you-
So you see, these ones are actually quite nice. They're quite comfortable to put in.
Although
They're a bit
downside,
spiky.
there's plastic, so
Yeah.
they're not as good for the environment. What is better for the environment are moon cups. Do you know
Yeah.
what moon cups are?
I don't.
I do.
It's like a cup thing that's plastic, and you bend it and you shove it up there, and then it opens up, and then it
Is it in the
catches all your
shape?
blood.
You have
Is
to,
it in the
like,
shape of
fold
a
it.
crescent moon?
No.
No,
It's like, imagine.
Stupid question.
It's like an egg cup.
Why is it
like-
called
it's
a
like
moon
an egg
cup
cup.
then?
it looks like an egg. It's
It
an
looks like
egg
an
cup
egg
made
cup.
of bendy plastic,
Yeah.
and they're very good for the
It's
environment.
silicone,
So
so it's silicone. So you've got none of the like waste because you can reuse it over and over again for 1 year.
yeah, approximately,
for
yeah.
a year. You can use it free as long as obviously you keep it hygienic, you wash it after use. It doesn't hurt as much.
No, it's incredibly comfortable.
It sits in there.
Can recommend, ladies. In terms of the future of periods in general as a concept, I have a very strong opinion, I should say. Imagine that. That periods and period products should not cost anyone anything ever. I believe they should be entirely publicly funded.
Yeah. So I don't want to spend my hard-earned money on this.
Oh, you sexist pig. In general, it is just more expensive to be a woman. There's something called the pink tax, which means that it's 13% more for us to get any kind of personal care products, including, moisturizers, deodorants. Generally, our clothing costs 8% more than male clothing, 7% more for toys and accessories for female children, and 4% more for children's clothing if your child is a girl. It's incredibly expensive to be a woman, and there are a lot of people out there that are being punished for being a woman and can't afford the womanly consequences of their womanhood. Woman. So period poverty is a really big issue at the moment. I think it's really important to raise awareness about it. We really, really thank the young activists that are out there fighting for, less privileged women and making their lives a little bit easier. We're gonna link to all of their pages and their programs, see if you guys can get involved if you'd like to, male and female alike. I mean, Jamie, are you gonna get involved?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now he knows how
big
to
time.
use all of it.
Now we know. Yeah, he's gonna.
pro.
I'm an expert now.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope we've taught you something, and look out for some more thread talks in the future. It's not always entirely liquid. Inconsistency.
Ew. Just imagine the top of your soup when it comes out the microwave for too long.
Charlie be like, just imagine one of Imogen's teeth.
What?